The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Working with a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
Down to the 25. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Prescott.
That's out to the flat for
Akers.
Akers.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they did.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Saints are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And all the way down to the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Once again, he finds Slayton. Touchdown, Saints! Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action now, Prescott. This is Smith with a grab. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Sheds off the tackle, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Thomas. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a play fake. Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Brady. Flushed out right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
From the 16, Prescott. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd and a yard, Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, Because it's now one score.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And some room to work. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Man open, it's Goodwin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cam Akers with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Brady's throw taken in by Slayton. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Here's Brady. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 26 yards.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Flush to his right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 28.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 42, Saints
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Brady. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He hits Adams, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2-yard gain on the play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll run for it with Akers.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. To throw is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Brady to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, and now some over-eagerness to try and block this. And it might turn.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from red. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready, I'm